Alright, welcome back to Hardy Brothers Outdoors. Dylan and I are getting ready to go take a final check of the beaver traps. We usually only get a few weeks of trapping in a year. We've had 3 conibears set since New Year's Eve. Nothing has swam into it as of yet, so we're hoping for a catch today. We know we've got at least one beaver out there. And the day after we did our first set, he was all over the dam. So we set 2 more conibears and just haven't had any luck. So we're going to go check them. We either got a beaver or we're going to trip them, and maybe on a future weekend we'll set them again. So ready to go, buddy?
Yeah.
Let's go. Here's a little view of the pond. On my way out here, I'm noticing quite a few chewed up sticks by the beaver. And a few months back, probably in October, he was putting out scent mounds. So for these little mud mounds around the edge of the pond, a little bit of like a territorial thing, or if he's looking for a mate. But that's when I first started noticing the presence of the beaver. And of course, once you start noticing that, then you also start seeing the mass amounts of trees that he's chewing down, which are mostly at the far end of the pond. So you can see down there, there's a island. He's on the right side of it, over along those pines. There was a lodge there that I trapped, I guess about 5 years ago, first full year we were in. And he seems to be leveraging the same place, has a big food cache created for the winter. So we made it about halfway around the pond. We can tell the beaver was out last night packing more mud around the overflow. So we know that he doesn't like the sound of moving water. He wants to keep the pond as deep as possible, and this is a key reason why we got to get him out, is he keeps clogging up the overflows. So why don't you go ahead and clear that out, bud. That should be good. I think there was a big stick down in there. All right, let's go. So I'm out here at the dock, and the new overflows. Doesn't look like too much activity trying to dam them up. We are headed back to where you see that log sticking out of the water. That is where he lives. Okay, we are out here at the Beaver Lodge. That big dark mound is his lodge. He's done a ton of work on it, packing mud all around it. First beaver I was able to trap coming in now out of the left side here, which he seems to have filled up pretty good. But I'm going to check and see what we got. Actually, I think he's on the move right now. I see bubbles coming out, so let's see if he might surface here in a minute. I just saw bubbles, and it's the time of night that he should be coming out. It's pretty angry whenever I'm nearby. He splashes his tail. But all that stuff that you're seeing in the water right there, kind of hard with the reflection. That's his food cache. That is where he puts all the stuff he's been cutting down around here to give him stuff that he can drag back into the lodge to eat. We just had a friend here from the Ohio State Trapping Association giving me some pointers on where I might be able to get him. We know he's coming up and down that side of the lodge, and then back over here, see that little indentation there, and a little path coming up from there. He's been dragging stuff from all the way up there. There's trees cut. He's chewed down all over this hillside and all the way over to that other bank. He's been busy. Does a good job of pruning back some of the autumn olive, but overall we need to get him out. So. This is leaning over.
Dad, use this to trip it. It's so big. You should use this to trip it. Why don't you use this to trip it? It's so big.
No, that one is breaking.
So now the beaver knows that there's traps out here. Great job, Dad.
Do what?
Now the beaver knows that there's traps out here. Great job, Dad.
How's he know?
Because he hears the big bang. And he's probably looking underwater or poking up his
He's
head.
standing right underneath your feet. What are you doing?
No, he's not. He's not standing right on your rescue, is he?
Yep, that's where he is. He's inside that lodge. All right, here we are at the Beaver Lodge. We've just tripped all 3 conibears. We could tell one of them he had moved the mud around it and a stick, but didn't go into it. For now, he's going to continue on to live on. What are you doing? What are you doing? He'll continue to live on, and we'll try to get him in the future. I need to figure out the drown line or a drown stake so that we can take care of him. And I guess this guy needs to burn off some energy. So we'll see you